Listen, if you are considering a move to Folsom, then you need to watch this video because I'm going to show you exactly how far your money will go. Hi, this is Jacqueline Gage with Living in Sacramento. And if this is your first time here, this is where we give you the 411 on Sacramento and go in depth on all the neighborhoods. And if you have any questions, we help people all the time moving to the greater Sacramento area. Don't hesitate, reach out. I'm a local realtor, so call, text, PM, DM, whatever you prefer. We'd love to help you. And don't forget, subscribe right down below, tap that bell button. So every time I do a new video, you get notified. All right, let's jump into it. All right, Folsom is 24 miles east of Sacramento, just on the 50 freeway, and it is about 30 minutes in the car, maybe a little more depending on traffic, but people love Folsom. It's a very in-demand spot, a great investment. Property just keeps going up there. Why do people love it? It's close to the lake. There's so many outdoor activities, great for families. Folsom has been on so many top lists. One of them was Wallet Hubs, I think in 2018, named the best place to raise a family. So it's a very sought after area. And that's why the cost of living is going to be more. It's an affluent area. And today we're going to go over the cost of living index briefly, just to give some quick context, as well as home pricing, taxes, and show you specific examples. So I hope after this video, you find it very helpful. All right, so first I want to take a look at the cost of living index in relation to Folsom. And I always like to look at this first when I'm talking about the cost of living somewhere, because it gives you a quick summary so you can determine quite easily if a place is affordable to you. So you know exactly how much you need to make to afford that area. And it goes over the basic necessities of life, like utilities, transportation, food, and gives you a summary of those. Now, the national average on the cost of living index is 100. So anything above that is going to be more expensive, and below that, less expensive than the national average. So let's check this out. Okay, so right now I'm going to share my screen and show you the cost of living index. All right, so here I am on the Folsom, California cost of living index. It's comparing Folsom, California to the national average. And don't be alarmed by the F rating, because that just means it's more expensive than most places, but it offers a lot for that. So just looking at the standard number, it's 145. And California is 141, and the national is 100. So definitely well over the national, and more expensive than many places in California. Goods and services, 116, groceries, 108, healthcare, 122, housing, 211, transportation, 133, utilities, 109, probably because we have such good weather. And you'll see schools, A+, livability factor overall is 82, and A+ for amenities, and the F for the cost of living, obviously, just because it's expensive. All right, so now let's jump into the next thing. All right, now obviously transportation is a big one, what the cost of gas is somewhere. So this is the top 10 gas stations and the cheapest fuel prices. Obviously Costco, which is usually the top of the list for less expensive, $3.89. And I'll just scroll down so you can get a gist of all the prices right now. All right, so let's talk about the typical income for someone that's living in Folsom, just to kind of give you a range. From what I was able to find, I think that they're older stats, so I would say it's a bit higher now, but what was stated was the median household income in Folsom is $115,000, which is 52% more than that of the state. And the median income for an individual would be around $66,000. And like I said, I think those are both a little more right now. All right, so let's talk about taxes, which vary from area to area. First, we'll start with the sales tax. So California sales tax is 6%. And since Folsom is in Sacramento County, that tax is going to be 1.75%. So a combined tax is going to total 7.75% on sales tax. Now let's get into property tax. It's going to be a little over 1%. So that's 1.127%. Now this is just an estimate, but because we have Prop 13 in California, we have lower property tax than other states. California actually has one of the lowest property taxes in the country, thanks primarily to Prop 13. Proposition 13 limits property tax to at most 1% of the property's cash value. But we're seeing obviously that number a little over. Why, you ask? Because Prop 13 allows local governments to charge additional fixed special assessments. But just to have a gauge, 1.127% would be a good marker, and that could vary just a little bit depending on the special assessments where you actually end up. And then the last but not least is the income tax. So California is one of 36 states that doesn't have any local city or county level income taxes, but it does, however, have the highest top bracket in the country of 13.3 on income over $1 million, as well as a pretty high effective rate on the middle class workers. So definitely all these things, something to consider. All right, now let's talk about housing affordability, because that's going to be your biggest expense when determining where to live. And a good rule of thumb is, doesn't matter if you're paying rent or a mortgage payment, but probably not exceeding more than 28% of your gross income. So that might help you when determining how much to spend on something. So let's talk about the median price point in Folsom. It's definitely gone up this past year, about 20% from last year. And currently the median income stands at $745,000. To put that in context for you, Sacramento's median home price is $460,000. So Folsom is definitely an affluent area. I don't see prices coming down anytime soon. It has a really high demand. There's a lot of reasons why people want to be in Folsom. It has a lot of things to offer and amenities, and I don't think it's going to slow down, and it's a good long-term investment, just as long as you can afford your mortgage payment. All right, so now let's talk about the competitiveness of the market in Folsom. And according to Redfin, they give it a 92 out of 100. So this isn't really surprising considering it's a great area and high in demand, but expect to see multiple offers, things going over list price significantly. And the average days on market is around 6 days. People are also removing their contingencies. That's a choice, but that is what we're seeing in the market. Now that I've talked about the median pricing in Folsom, California, I want to show you some specific examples of that, what you can get at that price point, as well as below and above that, because I think it's really important to see the actual properties. And I just pulled these comps from the last few months. Currently, as I'm doing this video, it's September 2021. So these are just the last few months of comps, but you'll see the lowest sale. There's one for $425, but really I'd say pricing probably starts at the 500 marker in Folsom. Okay, so I just want to show you what you can get for kind of the starting price point of 500 in Folsom. And as I mentioned, 425 in the last few months was the lowest sale, but most of them start in the 500s. So this is 143 Market Street. And this home was on the market only 7 days. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1196 square feet. And let's just look at what you can get. So older, this is in the older part of Folsom too. All original. And I'm going to give you one other example of what you can get in the 500s. Okay, so this one's going to be higher. 565. This is a newer home. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1542 square feet. It was listed at 540 and it went for 565, only 9 days on the market. And I'm going to show you it had 2 offers on it. Now let's look at it. This is definitely a newer home build, so they're going to be closer in proximity. You're not going to have as much yard space. So it kind of depends. You have to decide what's important to you. I always tell my buyers, figure out your must-haves right from the beginning. And if it's a big yard, then you don't look at things without a larger yard. This is definitely more updated. But you're in exchange for that, you're getting a smaller lot size. But it's all new. So it just depends what's on the top of your list. Now I want to go into the median price point. which is going to be around $750. Now here's a home around the median price point, $750. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1771 square feet. Let's check it out. Updated flooring, laminate. The kitchen's a bit updated. Pool in the backyard. Okay, now I want to give you one more example at the median price point. This is another home at $745. This is a 3/4 bedroom, 3-bath, 2277 square feet. This one is in an HOA. So you get a club and a pool. So on both of these homes, nice, but not updated with like contemporary finishes of today's trends. No pool in this one. All right, so now the last one, I want to go above the median price point in the $950 range. This one's $940. So this is a 3/4 bedroom, 3 bathrooms, 2668 square feet, only 8 days on the market. And you'll see it started at $899 and went to $940. Most likely there was more than one offer. It says no, but usually when it exceeds that, that means there's multiple offers. But let's look at the condition, what you get for around $950. Nice curb appeal, really high ceilings, slate tile floors. Definitely more updated, yet still tile countertops. Spacious, the whole big open concept everyone likes. It's definitely well kept and it shows very well. Some of these finishes aren't the trends of today, but many people would like them. Backyard has definite potential. I don't know why there's no plants there, but this is a really nice home in the Empire Ranch area. Now let's look at one more. All right, so this is one more home around the $950 range. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1939 square feet. Let's check it out, see the amenities. Nice curb appeal, landscaping. Nice high ceilings, light and bright, shows very well. These are more contemporary finishes. Stainless steel. Nice wide wood plank flooring. So this yard definitely has more value, I would say, than the previous one, but it just depends where you want to live and what's important to you. Maybe if a yard's important to you, then this one at $950 would be the one to get. But you can see once you start honing in on your price point, say it's $950, you'll be able to immediately tell which homes offer more value for that price point. So that's why it's super important for you to figure out your numbers quickly as a buyer. All right, so now let's talk about rent. To rent a 2-bedroom apartment is going to be around $1,900, which is definitely more than rent across the US. It's about 69% more than the average rent across the US. So, I always say it's definitely better with the rent rising so much to purchase rather than rent, because it's just out the window every month. And if you are determining whether Folsom's right for you and you're moving here, maybe a short-term stay like an Airbnb or a rental that's already furnished. There's places like that. You can reach out to me. I can give you some options, but that would probably be better than renting. All right. So to sum up this video on Folsom, it's definitely a higher end area, but if you can afford it, it has plenty of amenities, great housing, great location, great education. Just need to know your numbers up front before you make the move. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm a local realtor here. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful or any of my other videos, subscribe down below and tap the bell. All right, greatly appreciate it. Until next time.